Hey boys, welcome back to some more Nrl Supercoach. It's going to be the round 9 review, and we finally had a good week. I mean, it's definitely our biggest week by far. 1,262 points. I'm not gonna lie, I was hoping for a bit of a bigger jump in the rankings. We did move up 6,500 spots, pretty much what we lost last week, I think it was. But it was. I knew this week was. It definitely wasn't as big as last week, although I don't know. It definitely wasn't. But there was, I think, a lot of the main players still scored good enough. I mean, everybody captained Hynes. There wasn't too many places to really jump, barring a couple of big scores. One of them, thankfully, was in my team, and there was also. I mean, Ryan Papenhuyzen, what could have been with Ryan Papenhuyzen? Just, again, it's just another one of those things this year. It just hasn't gone our favour. But we'll get into the finer points here. We might as well, we'll do it now. No point mucking around. And also the updates. We actually only used one trade last week, which is nice. A bit of context on this. I did actually make a mistake with this. I was meant to do a second trade, and I'll get to that in a second. But honestly, I'm pretty happy that I saved the trade. Also, obviously, I didn't use the boost. So yeah, it's it was nice to get a little trade saved at this point of the season. We need to start saving trades. I mean, probably this week we're definitely going to be using 2 with the injury and also a couple of players on the radar. But yeah, it's the team's set up well, so I can't be too disappointed. Reece Robson, 75 points. I mean, this one feels really good because Harry Grant, I don't know what he updated to. Probably he got about 50 give or take, which is just beautiful because obviously last week was a potential misplay of not going Robson to Grant, but I held strong. I was like, you know what, Robson, he still might not play Origin. Grant, I thought he was going to go on a run. I thought Robson had, he was probably about to dip, but Grant sucked again, which is great, and Robson got another bit of attack in him. 75 points. You love to see it. He just keeps on giving on. So great stuff from Reece Robson. Jaden Brayley, 31 points. Obviously, a lot of people are probably a little bit unhappy because they might have brought him in last week. It's fine. I mean, it was one of those games where he definitely just got a spell. I mean, hopefully going forward, he's not going to play, because what did he play? Probably like 50-odd minutes? I know Phoenix Crossland was out there for a decent chunk. Oh, that's right, the new UI. He only played 48 minutes. So, I mean, he played 70, 80, 80. So, it was one of those weeks where if you played him, obviously not great. But surely going forward, he plays more than 48 minutes. Crossland, I still think Crossland works way better through the middle as a running middle forward rather than dummy half. But, they did well. The Knights won. I mean, they were good defensively against a pretty poor Warriors team. So it is what it is. Hopefully Brayley can... I just need him to play good minutes when I need him, because I'm not playing him, obviously, any weeks, really, bar other than, the buys, which hopefully he can bang out, 50 points. 40 to 50 points, I'll take it. But, it is what it is. Our front row, you love to see the front row. Oh, baby. Josh Curran with a 63. He did score a try, obviously... he did get saved with a try. Off a kick, though, so no line break, no tackle bust. But, Curran's been fantastic ever since we brought him in. He's just such a nice, safe player. It would have been nice if he starts the game and just plays a few more minutes. But, coming off the bench, he still plays big minutes and has that attack in him. So, he's... Surely, I don't know. I feel like he's a keeper in the front row, right? Well, not a keeper, but a must-have, honestly. He covers the buys really, really well. He's got the dual flexibility. He's still not that expensive. He's only $564, which is I know you've missed out on a decent price rise, but like, I don't know, if you don't have him, I feel like you just got to bring him in. But most people probably have him at this point. Terell May, 120, scored 2 tries. Oh, can you believe it? I mean, I can. I mean, not the 2 tries. Like, I'm not surprised he barged over for 1. He's a powerful ball runner. I'm not surprised he got more minutes. Like, that was the point in holding him. Obviously, I still think the trade, like, this week, it's, it doesn't feel great if you traded Terell May to like a Fanua Blake. Fanua Blake still scored really well. He went like, I don't know, 60 to 70, I think. Looked really good still, but Terell May, I mean, you weren't expecting 2 tries. He played, 50 minutes. I mean, without the tries, he probably went like 60 points, which is about what he does. I mean, just with Hargreaves out, it made the decision easy that it wasn't worth a boost for me, and also I was happy to hold him. And someone like a Sam Hughes, who, I mean, he's almost peaking in price. He'll make a bit more cash, but if we want to trade up, I think Sam Hughes is the guy, and hold Terell May as our third front row option. I don't know. We'll obviously discuss that more in the preview. I don't know what I'm doing yet with Sam Hughes, but he might stick around for a couple more weeks. I mean, he's playing decent minutes. His minutes have increased. His scoring is obviously good because he's got a bit of, he's got some tackle busting. He's got the offloading in him. So, yeah, we'll talk more about that. But, I mean, Terell May, holding him has been beautiful. Obviously, this week, we'll see what happens with Hargreaves probably coming back and Spencer Leniu coming back. I don't know. It's a bit of a lottery with Terell, but we will take the 120. Even if he goes back to the low scores this week, we've still got a very good 2-week play from him. And then, we'll decide what we're going to do with Sam Hughes, I guess. Also, apologies, the voice is a bit shot, but I don't know. It doesn't pick up too badly on the mic too often, but let's go through the back row. So Angus Crichton, oh my god, our Roosters boys, 121.50. That's obscene for 2 forwards to go this large in a game like this. I know Teddy went over 100. I think that was the only outside back that did. But 2 forwards going like big hundreds, that's crazy. But Crichton, I mean, he's just, if you don't own Crichton, like that's a big one. That's a big one to miss out on. Again, the majority of people own Crichton. Just in everything, he's back to his attacking best. He is the perfect back row option, right? He's Dave Fifita-esque. Like, he's got the base. I know people keep saying Fifita's lazy. Like, he's not. Like, he's got great base stats. He runs the ball a lot. Makes a good amount of tackles. Like, that's Crichton. And then they've just got the attack. They got the offloading, tackle busting. They got the try scoring. So, yeah, he's been far and away just the best in the position. With Fifita, obviously, Ali Katoa, 47. I mean, obviously a bit of a down week for Katoa. The Storm as a whole, I mean, the first half obviously ran rampant, but more through the middle and, with Ryan and, Cam around the ruck, I guess. Not really on the edges. I mean, I guess Sean Bloor actually. Sean Bloor, it was more to the left side in this one. Sean Bloor with a couple of great offloads to set up a couple of nice tries. Ali Katoa and Hughes just sort of caught a cold on that right-hand edge, and in the second half, obviously, they sort of capitulated a little bit. They didn't play their best, and I mean, to the Titans' credit, I mean, not that they deserved to win, but they definitely played a lot better, and it would have been nice. I would have liked if the Titans won this game. It would have been a good little upset, but Ali Katoa, it's going to happen. I mean, still scoring 47 in with no attack. Like, that's what's going to happen with your edge back rowers. Kai Pearce-Paul, again, he just looks so dangerous. I mean, 54 points with no real attacking stats. I don't think he got any real attack. couple of offloads maybe, but yeah, he looks so good. He is a genuine keeper. Bo Fermor, thankfully he updated. I remember I was looking at him and his score was like 38 points, and I was just like, how did he score 38 points? Like he wasn't at his absolute best, but he had a couple of offloads. He had a few tackle busts. Like, I was gobsmacked, but thankfully the updates actually worked in my favor, and he updated to 46, which I'll take. I mean, it's not, again, with no attack, I mean, all our back rowers just got about that 50 points, which you'd expect. Morgan Smithies, we didn't end up playing. I mean, 49 points, it's fine. He gets around 50 points. I mean, I obviously still a temptation to trade Smithies, but I think just holding for the buy at this point. He's not really going to lose much cash. He's not going to make much cash from this point. So he's on a buy this week anyway. I mean, you could, getting 50 points in the buy isn't like incredible, but I think just hold. I at the moment, I don't think it's worth a trade. Obviously, we kept Sean Lane. There was a temptation to trade him to like a Britton Nicola, who he based pretty well Nicola this week, but no attack, so he wouldn't have gone up that much in price. I still think Lane is a hold. I think if you traded him last week, yes, obviously with the buy and also stinking it up, but I don't know. For now, I think I'm just going to hold him and hope that the Eels can fire up a little bit and their attacks sort of gel. Hopefully Lane can, can do something, but it is what it is. Nico Hynes, he had a bit of a rough first half, but as he does, he went big in the second half, scored 97. It was one of those weeks where, I mean, if you took a huge pod and not captained him, you would have been loving life at halftime and obviously the wet conditions, but Nico Hynes just does what he does. Went up to 97 points, and I mean, it didn't like hurt people that didn't captain him, but it also, the pod play just didn't really pan out, I guess, unless, I mean, maybe people went on like a Drinkwater, who I think scored about 90. I don't think anyone went Angus Crichton, unfortunately. I mean, maybe there was like one or two, but yeah, no one really went massive other than Crichton this week, and also, I guess, Zarko, who we obviously didn't bring Zarko in. 3 tries. Fucking Zarko, dude. Obviously, Cleary was ruled out, so, I mean, we scored 1260 with 850k on the bench and also 400k, so like 1.2, 1.3 million in the salary cap not playing, and we still scored 1260. I feel pretty good about that. Luke Brooks was the trade I was meant to go to Plath. I don't really remember what happened. I think originally I had Plath in, and I think because I was mixing around, I was gonna go for Noel Blake, and I think I was like, do I want to use a boost? I was looking at the team. I think I reversed the trade of Brooks to Plath and had Fennell Blake in at one point. And then with the Terell May and Hargraves situation, I was like, you know what? We'll hold Terell May. And I just forgot. I think I just forgot to trade Brooks back out to Plath. Which, I mean, I wasn't like... Brooks, 41 points. He just... Every week, he has like one really good thing. He got a nice try assist. It was actually a fucking beautiful try assist to Tom Trbojevic. It was very, very slick play. But he just has so many negative stats. Like, he misses a bunch of tackles. He could get like 50 plus pretty comfortably, but all the negatives. He gets one good attacking stat, and then that's pretty much it for the game. It's fine, though. I mean, Plath got about 50, so, yeah, I just... The more I was looking at Plath, I still would have liked him in the team, obviously. It was a mistake, but, I don't know. I think at this point, we'll just trade Luke Brooks to... I don't know. We'll talk more about it. Like, I still think Dylan Brown... You could go early, but I think maybe just hold off till round 12, which was the plan. Because Plath... I think Plath is great, but... There is obviously the worry with Plath. If I traded Brooks to Plath last week, fantastic. He's still going well. He's still making money, but he definitely could go back to that like 40 to 50 points a game. I wouldn't be shocked. And then all of a sudden it's like, do you trade Plath? Like, he's a bit of a plotter. He's still going fine. Like, he's good depth. I still think if you got him, he's great for the buys and whatnot, but at some point you're probably going to want to trade Plath to a better player as well. So there's 2 trades. Rather, if I just go Brooks to a gun, then it's only 1 trade. So I think it was a mistake, but I think at the end of the day, it works out okay. I saved a trade, and I'm fine with it. You know, I lost 10 points, but it's fine. Brooks is just he's just the guy that just he won't leave. He just can't leave the team. But for better or for worse, mainly for worse, but it is what it is. Lockie Galvin, we did end up playing. He scored 45 points. I mean, again, like, it's fucking good. Like, he's just on the ball. He runs the footy a lot. He gets a few offloads, tackle busts, like, really solid. I mean, if there was just more attack around him, he would be so good, but it's just a bit tough. Like, I think he will peak pretty soon. It's just a matter of, do you hold him as like that pretty good backup 5'8" option, or do you try to trade him? I don't know. I'm sort of leaning towards just holding him as a good depth player, but we'll see. We'll see if, like, the 5'8" is just fucking nothing at the moment, but we'll have a look. Our centre wings, this is where we, again, a bit of a lackluster week. I mean, a lackluster week all round. I know, like, a lot of the... Well, no, I mean, Garrick fucking got 2 tries, of course. Of course, he got 2 tries, man. He got 2 tries. He got 100 points. Very frustrating. Jermaine Asako. But again, like, Garrick, that was the thing. Garrick had a great matchup this week, but then he's got a couple of really tough games and then also doesn't play the bye. So I'm still, like, if you got Garrick in, like, he's definitely a keeper till the end, but I still think, for me personally, there was no one else I really wanted to trade. I guess it was just a matter of, like, going Kiraz or Garrick, and we went Kiraz. He got 48 points in base. Like, he still looked good. He just didn't really have any genuine attack this game, which will happen. I mean, Kiraz will base 50, but if he doesn't get attack, he's obviously... I mean, like any center wing, like any back rower, it just wasn't his week, this one. It's fine. I mean, if... it's one of those ones, if I bring him in now and he just keeps going 40s, yeah, of course it's going to be a bit of a bloody disaster, but hopefully covering the buys really well. I still think Kiraz, personally for me, I think he was the better option. This week, it was, we lost 50 points there, but I mean, it is what it is. If we went Azarko, I mean, Azarko was probably the one guy I was out of him and Kiraz was closer, because I don't know, Garrick, I just wasn't going to go. I know he was such a good price, but for the reasons being, Azarko covered the buys though. So, I mean, that one probably hurts a little bit more. We definitely could have gone Azarko, scoring 140, 150. Just, that's a big swing. But the Dolphins just keep scoring. They just keep scoring points. That's the thing with them. They just keep turning it on. Zarko is a big focal point, but what can you do? Val Holmes 59 points. I mean, again, the Cowboys, bit unimpressive, I guess. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck 53. It's still good. It's still good. Like, he's getting no attack, but he's scoring 53 points. I mean, we might... the thing with Tuivasa-Sheck is, like, it feels so sideways going, like, him to an Azarko, but at the end of the day, it's not. Like, it's definitely not sideways, but it does feel like it. I don't know. I still sort of feel like, are they going to switch Tuivasa-Sheck to fullback at some point? I feel like the Warriors, they're struggling. They got to get RTS more involved. I know he's touching the ball a lot, but it's not really in good position. Like, as much as I like Chance, I do think RTS would be better at fullback than Chance is. But I don't know. I think they're pretty locked into RTS in the centers. So if that continues, I mean, we could go RTS to Azarko. It will obviously cost a bit of money, but it is an upgrade. It definitely is an upgrade, and Azarko covers the buys really well. We missed out on his big score this week, so I don't know. I know every time I bring in a guy after a big score, it goes horribly wrong, so maybe we just hold off. Terell May with a 74. I mean, yeah, it had to come. It had to come. I mean, not thanks to fucking Luai. Luai continuously, like, watching that game, just, it tilts you to no end as a Terell May owner, watching Luai get decent ball. I mean, granted, Terell May sort of bombed a try because Luai actually gave him the footy. Terell May, he got like ankle tap / he just tripped over. He could have got a try assist or a try, but he fell over at the line pretty much. But yeah, Luai just continuously just cuts back to the right, just doesn't give him any good footy. Thankfully though, Dylan Edwards off a kick return, a 20-meter tap, just dished it up on a silver platter for our boy Terell May. So I will take it. I'll take it. It's the month of May. What do you expect? And then Kale Iro, my God, 68 points. I know he got a line break, but man, he's so good. His base is incredible. Yeah. What a player, Kale Iro. And then, yeah, like I said, Kiraz. We'll see what happens with Talangi this week. We'll see what happens with Gagai. I mean, I guess that's the thing. Talangi, we definitely could trade up to someone potentially if he doesn't get named at fullback. We'll see what happens with the Eels, with Gutherson being out. Gagai, hopefully, I think it was confirmed it was like a calf issue. So hopefully it was only minor because, my God, with the amount of injuries for the Rabbitohs, Gagai, he could definitely have a few games to make some money if he's just fit. But fuck, if he's actually out injured for a while, oh my God, what a disaster. And then Reece Walsh, 51. Oh, man. The Broncos in this one, so when Reynolds went off, obviously it was disastrous, but now Walsh will have the kicking, which is nice. But then him and Mam were looking really good. Obviously, I mean, Walsh started the game terribly, but then they fought back. They were looking pretty good. And then the second half, they had no footy. I mean, everyone's criticizing Walsh. Like, the Broncos literally didn't touch the ball for like the last 20, 25 minutes. Like, they just couldn't. They couldn't touch the footy. And, yeah, I honestly thought Walsh was about to carve them up, but yeah, they couldn't get their hands on the footy in that second half, and unfortunately only got the 51 points. But, I mean, with the goal kicking now, he's definitely hold until Origin at this point, I would say, with Reece Walsh. And then Ryan Papenhuyzen, 70-odd at halftime, well, 73 just before halftime where he got injured, and what could have been. This could have been the real turning point for people like myself who went like Turbo to Pappy a few weeks ago. I mean, Turbo only got like 90 against the Titans. Papenhuyzen was on track for a biggin, but yeah, it's just one of those years, man. It's just one of those years in Supercoach. So now Papenhuyzen is a definite trade out. There's definitely some good options. There's definitely quite a few options. There's a big man coming back into the team this week, and Latrell Mitchell we'll have a look at for sure. Obviously, Scotty Drinkwater. There is definitely some options that are appealing. So it's bad, but also there's some potential here now with the fullback spot open. But yeah, fuck, it's so annoying for Papenhuyzen. Just such an unlucky injury too. It's not like it's because he's injury prone. It's just like putting the 100% effort into kick chase and just getting his foot sort of like caught when he's diving. Like, fuck, just so unfortunate, man. But it's just how it goes, unfortunately. So other than that, I mean, like I said, the team's looking good. I feel good about holding off on a couple of trades. Players to look at. I mean, Pappy's got to go, and then it's just a matter of what we're doing with the second trade. Obviously, we could strengthen the back row. The front row, there is still the potential of getting rid of Sam Hughes, but he does have some more money to make, so we might just hold him for another week or two. He does cover the buys really well, so like it is somewhat tempting, but you probably don't want to hold him for that long. The back line is probably where we... It's just annoying that Azarko went so big this week gone, but we'll have a look. We'll have a look at options there. Potentially RTS, potentially Talangi if he doesn't get named, and then Brooks. I don't know. We'll have a look at 5'8". I don't know. Hopefully Cleary will be back this week as well. yeah, I guess that's the other thing. I don't, what's happening with Cleary? Like, if he's out again, like, I don't know, do you hold him? Oh, I don't know. Probably. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know. We'll talk more about that when we see it. But other than that, I mean, let's have a quick squiz. I mean, Dylan Edwards also killed it. But yeah, Azarko 151. Angus Crichton, Connor Watson, man. I talked in the preseason that Connor Watson as a second dummy half, if he got the minutes. But obviously we didn't know he was going to play massive minutes of 5'8", and then lock, and then dummy half. So it's just sort of, he's just the one that sort of got away, unfortunately. Terell May, Luke Garner, Tedesco, Edwards, Whitehead with a couple of tries. Ravlara, Brimson, fucking looking good. Actually, he's not even 5'8". I was like, I could get him at 5'8", but no, he's only centre wing fullback. So, I mean, he is an option, but he's a little bit too expensive now at 700. Ruben Garrick, I mean, he's still only 689, but I definitely wouldn't be going there now. What is Azarko actually? Azarko is now almost an 800k, so we could look. Nicarima, Ruben Cotter with a 99. Scotty Drinkwater got 96. So he's has he bottomed out? I mean, probably. He can definitely go lower, but I think, I mean, yeah, he's a good one. He's definitely prime for the pickup this week for sure. Tommy Jabojevic 92. Yeah, the likely candidates. I mean, Dave Fafita 84. Like, just with, he didn't get a try this week. Just the offloads, man. He had so many tackle busts. It was unreal. But yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying the content. We'll be back for more in-depth discussions for the team list and also the round 10 preview. Hopefully we can continue the momentum, get a couple of good 1200 scores, and try to jump up the rankings. But other than that, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like and comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one.